saying though, yeah, there's certain, see the way that independence happened, yeah. If you look at most African countries, their independence is in the 60s. Yeah, bro. It was like kind of like a strategy, like the same way they had the Berlin Conference, yeah, to sit down. Yeah, you take this part, you take that part. You get what I'm saying? It's like they sat down. Also, it's like, you know what? Let's start giving them their independence.
No, because the fight
whoever
was
goes
everywhere.
against us.
You get where I'm coming from? We put the heads that we want. You get where I'm coming from? Because you think about it, if they really did not want to let go of those countries, yeah, bro, they got more guns than us.
Visual to change their mindset.
No, but you can't fight a group as one.
What I'm saying, it's gonna take each individual to change, to then change the world. You have to change yourself before you change the world. You can't change nothing in the world if you ain't changing yourself.
You cannot get change for the better ask for change for the better in a system that was built to do the exact opposite. To keep you to a certain extent, to keep you below. And then that's the same system that you want to go and ask to. It was built exactly to keep you where you are.
In place.
So for you to go and want to get change from that exact system, it's near enough impossible.
Welcome to Tainted Windows, another episode with your boy Stunna May. I'll be your narrator today. You need to make some noise. Make some noise. Well, today we're going straight in, fam. I ain't even gonna fluff about, not introduce the shit. Just gonna ask you straight question. Were black people ready for freedom? Dan, I'm going with you.
Simple and short. In a broad sense of things, no, we weren't ready for shit, man. Look, the proof's in the pudding, innit? Like, every time we've got rid of them, we've fucked shit up. And I'll elaborate more as we go. So yeah, no, it's my simple answer.
Nate.
Yeah, what's going on, people? I agree with Dan. I don't think, to the aspect we should have been, I don't think it was ready.
What about you, Stino?
I feel asking that question, I feel we was already free. We got captured and we should have been free. So I feel like, yes, we was ready for freedom.
No, well, let me elaborate on that. Okay. Freedom is not something that we should have fought for. It's a God-given right. It's a human right.
Of course, yes.
So it's that's freedom. Everybody, you're born free. But in the black history, we've been enslaved, or in our country we've been colonized. So on that aspect, So were we ready for our freedom when they gave us back our freedom? Why I'm asking that question is, I say we weren't ready. Why I'm saying that is, we got freedom, but what we didn't do, we still complaining about the same shit that the slave master was doing to us. Okay. And in our country, we didn't do better than what we supposed to have done. So what we prepare, we say, oh, when we're gonna have freedom, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. But we're still in the slave mentality.
But I understand where you're coming from, but then you have to also put in factor other obstacles that took place that hindered our progression. You get where I'm coming from? It's like, okay, we fought for independence, for instance, in these countries, or we've been liberated or whatever, but then we've had leaders that wanted to do things for us, and they've assassinated every single one that had, you understand, that had good plans, that you go on coming from, the minds was in the right place, So I felt.
But how many of them would you say they assassinated? Because when you say that, we can count the one that been assassinated by a handful of them.
No, but what I'm saying at the same time, they don't need to assassinate anybody that's gonna play their part and play their role to fit them. You understand? But if you're somebody like you're saying, you want progression for your people, you want jobs, you want development, you want advancement, all these things. But if you're somebody that want that for your people and that's against their agenda, why am I gonna keep you in position? I'll either take you out. So it's basically, we're giving you freedom, or it's so-called freedom that we're being given. I don't even think it's freedom. It's so-called freedom, and they've just placed their puppets in position while they oversee what's going on abroad instead of actually being on the actual turf. So I feel like that's all they've done.
But I'm going to ask this question to Dan. I'll start with you. Are we free in our minds as black people?
Hell no. You can tell by the way we treat each other, the way we see each other, the way we don't want each other to win. It's all that. It's the shackles have come, the physical shackles have come off, but the mental shackles are well and truly still there. You get what I'm saying? And I think they're even worse than the physical shackles, because the physical shackles, you know it's there, you know you're trying to get out of it. But the mental shackles, you almost don't even realize what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So we're definitely not free from the mind, yeah.
Nate.
No, 100%. Sorry, we're definitely not free from the mind. It's like elaborating on what Dan says. Like, we have, when other races do things to us, we have a lot to say. Yeah, whether it's our news channels, we publicize it.
Yeah.
But then we're still doing pretty much everything that everyone else is doing. We're doing it to ourselves still. So it's like, and then that's not even highlighted so much that, okay, cool, you're mourning at other people, but we need to fix what's within. You understand what I'm saying? If we're mourning about that, we can't reflect the same thing. We have to say, all right, enough is enough. We're not going to do this. We're going to make sure we teach this. We're going to make sure that our society, for us as black people, moves a certain way. And we're still not moving in unison. That's why we're just still all over the place. One thinks it's this, and when one makes it, it's up there, don't want to help here, want to hate on this, and I'm up and you're down, whatever, you're hating, you're this. You know, I'm not saying there hasn't been progression, but I think we're still very lost in our undertone. Do you know what I'm saying? That keeps creeping back up, and then we complain, and then we're doing something, but then it's not really doing something, and we're still just like seesaw, and that's how the system's got us.
What about you, Stino? Are we free in our mind?
I feel to be mentally free, that's an individual task. But as a whole, I feel no, we're not mentally free, because everything we've been given it.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
I mean, everything we've been given from what we believe in, from this is what your culture's about. Even what we call African clothes, it's not even African clothes. It gets made, that textile.
It is African clothes.
What we call the liputa is made in Holland. It's a Dutch fabric. It's not African. You understand? So to the extent of even our identity. So we're not. There's so many other factors. You know what I mean? But I feel like we are not mentally free.
So how can we repair that? Or can I change the question to, are we the generation that's gonna repair that? That's gonna take our freedom mentally, because that's where it starts.
Yeah.
In the mental, in the mind. So are we the generation that's gonna change that aspect of things? Because we can't continue being stuck
No,
in here.
I totally get you, but I feel we are the we are the generation that can start placing down bricks for the foundation for the next
the
generation.
seeds.
Planting.
You understand? So, but then it's like ourselves, like we said earlier, we are kind of caught in a trap where a lot of us kill each other. Look at the way we treat each other. We don't work together. But then it's like, what baffles me is like, we know every obstacle that's against us. We know what we're going against, and we still do the fuckeries that we do. And it just keeps us in the same place. So I don't believe this, the whole like waiting for everybody, let's move kumbaya and exit. Nah, I feel like you have people that are like you, like-minded people, and you keep that around your circle, and you guys work together to do what you guys need to do. And sad to say, a lot of our people, they're ducks, they're followers. So if moving to Africa has become a fashion, a lot of them are going to move to Africa because it's a fashion. If wearing a dashiki or African clothes is a fashion, they're gonna, you understand? So those of us that are influential, have a voice or have power or have a certain mind state, we need to do what we need to do, and eventually the ducks will just do what ducks do.
They'll follow. Are we the generation? Well, let me go to Nate, since Daniel is on his own world.
No, do you know?
I'm listening.
I think potentially we can be, and the thing is, a lot of us are out there doing things. Even like just to just the event that happened the other day. So like, big up the whole Wicked and Bad team. They put on the whole show by themselves with no promotion from anyone else.
True.
With Arms and what's his name? With Bouncer.
Bouncer and Arms,
like,
yes.
the criticism that them two got, but nobody looked. A lot of people didn't look at the bigger picture. They're like, oh, and the thing, what hit me the most, I was seeing like people commenting after about, oh, look at my man, he didn't punch him out. That weren't no fight. That weren't this like. So you just
but
wanted
that's
to
MMA.
see. No, but I'm saying
He took it to the floor.
what I'm saying is they didn't see the bigger picture of
Yeah.
why the whole thing was done in the first place. Certain man were just looking at it like, all right, he didn't F him up. He didn't F him up enough. He was just wrestling him. There weren't no blood. There weren't no this. And I'm just like, sometimes we have to get out of that. And the whole thing he was trying to explain is, look at the bigger picture. Look what we've been able to create from this. Look at the platforms we've now created for younger black youths to come and prosper and do things and make money and build relationships. You get what I'm saying? But the only way our generation, as in us lot, the only way we can do it is do things like what we're doing now, because it's gonna go by what we do. It's not gonna go by what we say. So we can preach all day long, but if they can't see nothing, the younger generation can't see something we're doing, they're gonna be like, these elders, they're just talking, but where's what they're doing though? They're telling us that's what we should do, but I don't see them doing nothing. So we can change it if we want to though. So we can be that generation.
They have to be voluntary to change the things around.
Yeah, we have to show them, innit?
Dan, what you say about that? Are we?
I would say yes and no, and I'll explain why. Yes, as in sense of what Nate was saying, we can only do our parts like what we're doing now, and play our small part, plant our seed. But in a grand scheme of things, we're definitely not the generation that's going to change things in a grand scheme of things. Why I say that is
Interesting.
the fact that we're asking ourselves that question mean there's a lot of work to do. Just because we've changed doesn't mean the grand, because if you're saying the generation changing, that means we're going to change the whole
but it's the mental freedom that we talking
me and you
about.
can have mental freedom doesn't mean if me and you's got mental freedom but 90% of the rest of us don't have mental freedom, what we're doing is planting our seed. So when you're talking about the generation to change things, we're talking about changing us.
No, but in our generation, a lot of people are doing things that can change the narrative.
Can I disagree with you?
A lot of minds are freer
Can I
than
disagree
what
with
we
you?
used to be.
Can I disagree?
Yeah, go on.
every generation of black people that's been awoke in every generation thought they were the generation to change things. If you start from the 60s, the Panthers, and those were more woke than us. Let's
No,
not
but
get fooled.
they were fighting for the freedom that we have now.
No. They were not fighting for the freedom there. They really thought they were the generation that's going to change things for us. The same way we're thinking is their mentality. The 60s was like, this is a change. But then the 70s came and things went back. But the Panthers plant grew in a lot of black people. But it wasn't the masses. If I could just finish off with a small, another example, whilst everyone ready. You see, like, even when all the African countries and that fought for their independence.
I wanted to go there.
Those were people that were woke. More, even to a certain extent, more intelligent than us.
Yeah.
But you know what they thought? They thought, if we're changed, if we ask for independence, that means things is changed. The future's bright. But what happened is, only 10% of them was educated. Now, you're looking at you're thinking, because me, you, and you were...
No, I think we got the freedom, but they kept the slave mentality. So, you have the president that's keep on acting like the white master, and the peoples are still the same. That's why you see a country like Haiti, and Haiti is in the Caribbean. But you take it, you compare it to a country like Ghana or Congo, it's similarity. You like how that can be about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you, but then you have to. It's the conditioning, because I feel is done by design, and everywhere
I agree.
black people are, whether we be in Australia, Brazil, Caribbean, Africa, our condition is the same. So this is not accidentally. It's purposely done. We could be okay. For instance, look at how the whites in South Africa live.
Yeah.
To the blacks in South Africa live in the same country. It's like these things are. It's done by design, bro. So and it's like you just have to think of the type of mentality we have right now. For instance, recently, Israel has been accepted to be an observer in the African Union. Right?
Yes.
Right? Now, you accepting Israel, but then you refuse Haiti from being
in
the African Union.
But they are not in Africa, though.
No, but then the forefathers that created the African Union, part of the Constitution, it says that the 6th region of the African Union is the diaspora. Haiti is the diaspora. These are one of the 6 regions of the African Union. You understand? So Haiti have more right to be included in the African Union than Israel.
Country, yes, than Israel.
You understand? So what type of puppets are running our countries, bros? Or is our countries even being run by us, bros? And not long ago, you just mentioned that Africa is not represented in a United Nations.
No, we don't have a permanent
We don't have
seat, no.
we don't have a permanent seat.
They make decision without us.
You understand?
Wrong, it ain't happening soon.
So
enough.
what other black countries? Haiti, Jamaica, or is any of them accepted?
Well, if Africa as a whole is not represented, Haiti, Jamaica,
So that's what I'm saying. So this is the game. This is what we're facing. So how then can you? What type of freedom have we got then?
What do you think about that, Dan?
I agree totally with what A's saying. I like your optimism about it, Pete. But I think I cannot be optimistic about what another man's doing. I cannot put my whole faith in because, like you said, because our president went there and asked for this and asked for that. I don't know what he's like behind the scene. I really can't put. I've learned enough about these presidents to know that not everything they say in public is what's going on behind the scene. So for me to put all my optimism, I can only put my optimism in us because I know what we're doing. But in that level, just talk
But do you think us having a seat in the UN that will give us more of our freedom back?
No, I'm more with A, where we spoke behind the camera. I hope they sanction us. Because us asking to have a seat, us asking to have a seat in their table that they created,
it's silly.
It's like
silly.
you're begging someone
begging.
you're begging someone to let you in the house. He doesn't want to let you in. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the conditioning of.
That's the thing.
Basically saying
it's like
you ain't got power, innit?
It's like it's my table. I don't really want to let you in, but you're begging me.
Yeah.
So even if I let you in, you ain't gonna have power.
But the rules are again taken there. You know what I mean? They talk about life, our life, without us being there.
Yeah, but this is where we have to do something to the point where even if it
you said they hope they sanction us. We always been sanctioned because we don't even have a seat on the table.
No, if you know the
so the result that we have is the result of the sanctions.
But
you know what I mean?
It's a point you made. They're making the decision without us. What have we done about that?
No, we want the seat on the table
now.
now.
But what
you think we just want the seat on the table now, or we've always wanted to
done about the seat? What have we done to fight to say, listen, you ain't making a decision without us?
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Unless you see people that are free, yeah, because this whole conversation we're talking about is about freedom.
Freedom, yeah.
Right. People that are free, they're free from. You know what? I don't want to join the World Bank, the IMF. I don't want to put my money there. If you're free, you understand?
Yeah.
People that are free.
But, no, that's a bit backwards because if you think like that will stop our.
No, what I'm saying, it's like we've seen how we've been treated. Like we just broke down every single our condition from Africa to the Caribbean. I could take a picture of Haiti and Congo and Jamaica and show you couldn't tell me where is where.
Yeah.
You understand? So. The way we've been treated, it's obvious that these people don't fuck with us. They're not really trying to fuck with us. You understand, yeah? So now, are we still gonna be puppets asking the master for crumbs, yeah? Or are we gonna be free men and be like, you know what? We don't need anybody. And I feel until we take that approach that we don't need anybody. And we truly are willing to do for self.
Yeah,
we'll always be under somebody else's captivity, mentally, spiritually.
It's true though, and that's a big word you just said. Do for self, because we were doing for self before. They made us then believe that we needed to rely on them and go to them for something that we already own.
Let me ask you this question: would that freedom start with the financially freedom? We should start with the finance, then that's probably gonna take us to prosperity and the mental gonna change. Or what way can we go about it to get that ultimate freedom?
What's the point? What's the point of having money, having finance, if you don't even have your own mint to print your own money?